A friend recently asked, "What advice would you give to someone new to the left-hand path?" My response was, let go of or rechannel your anger. Most new people on this path are angry. And I've brought this up before, but I think they're mad at mommy and daddy, society, and I think especially at the religion they were raised in. So they figure, let's say, Satanism would be a good outlet. Come on, you remember what it was like. You remember what it felt like when you came to the realization that there was something seriously wrong with Christianity. When your eyes were open to a new reality as you realized that there was no invisible man in the sky watching everything you do. That Christ didn't die for your sins and come back to life, because guess what? There's no such thing as zombies. And let's face it, if he did come back to life, all he gave up was his weekend. You start to think that maybe all of it, this religion crap, is all about control over you, mind and body. And how can anyone be so stupid as to fall for this bullshit form of control? I get it. I was angry, and finding something new and different, the antithesis of Christianity, was important to me to show my independence and rebellious nature. That's why most of you got on the path, am I right? Youthful rebellion. But not all of you, though. My wife is an example, because she was born and raised a pagan, and finding the left-hand path was not an act of defiance, but instead of an evolutionary process. But most of us, we were angry. And sustained anger does no good if it's not utilized correctly. I see you Satanist on social networks beating your chest. And many of you aren't new, but you're still mad. You've been doing this for a while, but going nowhere. You're like that race car at the starting line that just revs its engines but doesn't go anywhere. And you're miserable. I see your posts. Life is hell for you. You're an extremely unhappy person. Now, my question to you is, why are you doing this then? What are you getting out of it? You're on the path, but not going down the path. You're just standing there, raging at the wind. You might think just being on the path is enough, but it's not. It's called a path for a reason. When you wipe away the veneer of the esoteric and you evaluate things from a psychological perspective, the left-hand path is the road to yourself, your true self. And I think many people are afraid of what they'll find because innately they don't like who they are. They still have that residue of Christian shame that they haven't been able to wash away, so they're angry. And what should be done with that anger? Utilize it. Let your wrath push you down the path. And the gods and monsters, angels and demons are there to help. Besides Satan, Lucifer, and the demons, which are not meant to be worshipped but to be guides, there are gods. And the gods of the left-hand path are angry gods. Shiva, Kali, Odin are not there to pinch your cheek, pat your head, and give you a big fat hug. They're wrathful beings, and their fury can be the wind at your back, pushing you forward to that discovery of the divine aspect within. In conclusion, there's nothing wrong with being angry. But instead of getting burned by the fire of anger, use it as fuel for the engines of change. Because in the end, that's what you want on this path, isn't it? To become more than who you are.